Hello guys, it is me, D Tank, and next here today. I'm not really sure what I would call this video. I'm gonna put this in a new playlist called Fictional Tanks. Maybe one day I'll call, Warhammer 40k Tanks. I've never even played or watched that series ever, but who knows? I mean, fictional tanks. I might as well talk about them. These aren't gonna be like blueprint designs. These are just tanks that don't actually exist in real life. And yeah, starting this off, we're gonna be the Land Ironclads from the 1903 Wells by science fiction writer H.G. Wells. Yeah, so let's just get into it. So first of all, the statistics of the actual tanks themselves. They were 100 foot long. Yes, that's insanely long tanks. They had sloped armor actually, which interesting. And they had 8 pairs of pedrail wheels, each of them being 10 feet in diameter, so pretty damn big. There would be 12-inch iron armor, or 304 millimeters, which during 1903, that's rivaling some battleships. There'd be a conning tower on top that could go up or down for observation, as well as fuel holes throughout the vehicle. Then there'd be side cabins around that would have riflemen that would apparently operate semi-automatic rifles, which is interesting. On to actual history, H.G. Wells, this guy, second from the right, apparently was inspired by the story when hearing about the new invention of the pedrail wheels by Bram Diplock, who is this guy right here, all the way on the left in this little group here. This is the pedrail wheel. Another theory says that it's inspired by J.W. Dune, who's all the way on the right, who wrote a letter to Wells talking about big fat pedrail machines. And Dune also influenced Wells's The War in the Air from 1908, which basically predicted Zeppelins, which would obviously be used massively in World War One. Finally, onto the story of the actual book itself, because I do think it's fairly interesting. The story was published in the Strand magazine in 1903. It basically follows an army observer looking at two armies. One was made up of strong outdoorsmen training using rifles and especially cavalry. Meanwhile, the other one is made up of soft-spoken townspeople, basically farmers and inventors. However, despite the soldiers even having trenches, yes, trenches, that would be predicted somewhere later, um, the townspeople ended up winning by inventing land ironclads, making the rifles and cavalry obsolete. That entire army is captured by 13 ironclads, with only one of them being defeated. It predicted various aspects of World War One, cavalry becoming outdated compared to mechanization, tanks, and trench warfare becoming the standard. So that's pretty interesting. On to the final assessments. The story was actually pretty amazing and boosted Wells' reputation of being able to tell the future. It predicted the fact that trench warfare and even a trained army using obsolete tactics like cavalry would be defeated by smart engineers using mechanization. It also predicted, trench warfare, which obviously would be massive from World War One onwards. Trenches are still pretty widely used in Desert Storm. The Iraqis used them. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and this is the Tank, and next out. Peace.